I gotta see.
And
Go Raps.
Go Raps. So you play right now?
Yeah, they're playing Spurs. They're playing Sixers.
Sure. Okay, big game. Let me have that here.
They're down 3.
Okay, and there we go.
Okay, we are live, guys.
What's up, everyone?
What's up? Welcome.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
All right, let's give it a minute. No one's here yet.
What's up?
I'm gonna turn that off. There we go.
Yeah, you have to put it down.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, just so I can see the comments. It'll be easier.
Yeah. All right, we got 4 in the live. What's up, everyone? All right,
Guys,
Asmir.
please comment when you're there.
Yeah, comment when you're there, guys.
Comment when you're there. What's up, Sunyo?
Oh, Franjo.
What's up, gang?
Franjo. He changed his name.
That's Franjo.
Yeah,
he changed his name.
Yeah.
That's Franjo. Good to see you back, man.
Black Eagle.
Nice.
You should let him roam around. Okay.
What's
What's
up?
good, gang?
All right.
Welcome to the Euro step.
All right.
All right, see you guys here. Guys, welcome. This is episode 16. As you can see, my man Chani is back with us.
Yes.
Officially a co-host, an official co-host with us on the Euro step. Starting today.
Much appreciation.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did a great job last week replacing Steven, but we thought let's just fucking keep him. We don't care. We can be. So you guys here, it's fine. He brings something like really good, really interesting to us.
I appreciate you guys.
Really happy to have him.
Yep.
With
100%.
us. So we Chani mentioned it this week. I mentioned it too when I posted about the show today. But we're doing a free giveaway this week, a free slab giveaway. Chani, do you want to show us what you have?
Yes, it's going to be a Mo Bamba PSA 9 rated rookie holo. So
nice.
He's, playing for Orlando Magic right now, coming off the bench. But this is my appreciation to everyone. So everyone that tunes in and hashtags the Eurostep and also tunes in live into the show, I want to see your comments and questions and everything like that. I'll be writing the names down. Right. One of my great trusty admins will randomize the names, and the top spot will take home the slab.
For sure. So guys, all you need to do is comment hashtag the Eurostep to get a chance to win this slab. There you go, Franjo. Franjo's the first one.
There we go.
Let me just comment this. Here.
There you go.
What's up, Mark?
We'll have some great topics today to discuss. So feel free to jump in with comments, any questions, anything you guys have on your mind.
All right, there we go. We got a bunch of guys. Commenting. What's up, Liam?
What's up, Liam?
Hey, what's up, Nicholas?
Welcome.
Yo, I'm gonna say one thing about Nick, man. This guy is clutch. He delivered the Pascal Siakam for my birthday, man, in my hands.
Sick. Nice. What's up, Moise? What's up, Nick?
What up, Liam?
Okay. We have a couple of guys.
Name something.
All right, guys.
Nick, Bill commenting on you.
Nick. Thanks, bro.
All right, guys. Nice. Happy to good to see all you guys there. Please.
Much love, boys. Thank you.
Always love to know who's watching. This week's menu, guys, a few things I want to discuss. First of all, we're going to start with the All-Star Game starters that have been revealed a couple of days ago. Just give our kind of like input about what happened. There were like any snubs, anyone who should have made the starting 5 of each team. Then we're going to jump into maybe discussing some of the higher end cards that have dipped over the past few weeks, but for players that are playing well right now that you guys should be looking into. Because since all prices are down, other than vintage, pretty much, there are some really good opportunities here for you guys in terms of an investment in guys that are going to do well this year.
What's up, Gabe?
Then we can finish with what's up, guys. We can finish with just a quick discussion about everything that's been going on with vintage cards and 90s cards as well. Just maybe like give kind of like our input on what's happening. Is it sustainable, and is it worth investing in those cards at this stage right now? So without further ado, guys, let's have a look at the starting five for each conference. So Eastern Conference, you have Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid. Guys, opinions. Maybe start with Steven. What do you think about those five dudes?
That's, I think, who I voted for. That was for we were doing the East, right? East.
Yeah, this is East. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much who I voted for. I think, from what I remember too. So
Right. Those were obvious.
I actually added Vucevic in there. I'm kind of disappointed he didn't make it because I think he's
but Embiid has like Vucevic was good, but like Embiid just was a beast over the top.
I don't know. Vucevic is having a career year, man. He scored 40, 50.
He's having a great year. Vucevic is a stud, man. I'm telling you, if he was on any other team, he'd be on that. He'd be up there.
I agree. If he was on the Raptors putting those numbers, he'd be a stud right now.
But would he be there in the place of Embiid though? I don't think so. Like Embiid is just playing ridiculously well this year.
Yeah, he's not playing as much either, but with the illness and injuries. So I'm a computer and weird shit now.
Yeah. So I like the lineup in general. Like I said, other than I don't know, I just felt like Vucevic deserved it. But Embiid, I guess, Embiid has been having a phenomenal year.
Right.
This is the first year he's actually been like very healthy. So usually he's injured or some type of injury happens to him throughout the year and nothing ends up happening, but he's been stable and just been playing very well.
He's been carrying the load.
So to me, like the only guy I would change in there is probably Kyrie. I would have Harden instead of Kyrie, because Harden, like honestly, he's been pretty good. Like he adjusted his game to what the Nets are doing, and he became a facilitator. He's playing point guard now, assisting a lot more than he used to with Houston. So no, he's been really good. Kyrie's always a beast too, but I feel like Harden might have been a bit better at this stage of the season for sure. Chani, do you agree with those picks?
Yeah, I agree with the Harden over Kyrie. I mean, I was pushing for, you guys know, Van Vliet, so I've been pushing him hard. I did put down Harden as one of my votes. I did put Vucevic down as one of my votes, even though I had a feeling they weren't gonna get up there. But Harden, especially changing his game, becoming more of a facilitator, and he's happy that now there's less stress off his shoulders. He doesn't have to score a lot.
Right.
He has other teammates to do it. And that's why I think he should have been up there. And I don't know why Kyrie got so many votes. Just like, why did Clay get so many votes?
Yeah, that was weird, especially.
But that's fan voting. That's what happened with fan voting always.
But the guy's not even playing. The guy's not even playing. Why is he even getting votes? Like, why are people even voting for him? That's the question.
I agree.
That's kind of weird.
That's always every year there's like a weird pick like that.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple of guys that just a sec. Okay, so the reserves are out as well. So you have Jaylen Brown, James Harden, Middleton, Julius Randle. We did it, guys. Is this like the first Nick of the past?
No, are they actually announced? I thought there was going to be announced till.
I don't know. I'm looking. I'm on.
I think it's not announced yet. Those are just the candidates that are possible for the reserves.
Oh, those are the candidates. You're right.
Yeah,
That's why I was like,
so.
why is this here? Okay, so this
not
is
that fast. I think Randall might be on there.
Randall has to be on there. Another one I want to see in the reserves is like Zach LaVine, your boy LaVine. Like
Zach LaVine and Fred VanVleet better be on there.
For sure. Okay, let's move on to the West now. Point guard Stephen Curry, then Doncic, LeBron James, Jokic, and Kawhi Leonard. Chani, what do you think of those?
Lillard should have been up there. I For the okay,
That's the
hear me
biggest
out.
one I
Look,
can
look
see.
at his
Curry's
team. They're
injured, so he
injured.
might be getting
Think
it.
about it. Yusuf Nurkic injured. CJ McCallum injured. He's actually taking over. And look where the Blazers are. I believe they're fifth
Yeah.
in the conference. Yeah, they're fifth.
Blazers are fifth. Yep.
Yeah, and look what he's doing on that team. And I believe he's second or third in the NBA in scoring. So I love Curry,
Third, yeah.
but I think and Doncic. I think though Lillard should have been there. I agree with LeBron, of course, and I think Kawhi has been great, but my pick was Lillard.
It's
What
so
up,
hard
Sonny?
though. I would have picked Lillard over Curry. Curry's playing well, but Lillard, like you said, like he's doing everything.
Yes,
and
exactly.
And on top of that, his team is playing well as well. Another snub would be two guys, three guys actually, Mitchell, Davis, and Paul George. But again, there's just like so many spots you have on the
Davis injuries.
Yeah, there's been talks that Doncic shouldn't be there and it should be Lillard, and I don't know. Doncic has been getting a lot of triple doubles, but Curry's been leading the Golden State Warriors too, right? With that last, they're what, 8th?
It's
I think.
hard. West is always hard, man, because they're just so good.
Yeah.
Now that LeBron is playing there as well.
Yeah,
but I would have
as well. But
I would have changed Curry and Doncic. I think I would have Lillard instead of Curry, and then probably Paul George instead of Doncic, because George has been playing really well this year, especially like after the year he had last year and that exit they had from the bubble. So
passing it to the referee.
So yeah. Yeah, but overall it's good. Looking forward to watch that game, even though it's kind of like a weird context to have an.
I agree with
game,
Jokic on there.
It's exciting.
Yeah, Jokic is 100% on.
Jokic definitely deserved to be on there.
Yeah.
What's up, Sony? Sony, for those that just joined, guys, you need to comment #TheEuroStep for a chance to win this lab right here, Mo Bamba Optics Hollow PSA 9 that our new co-host Shani is giving away this week. We're gonna run that.
Shout out to Sonny. He's a local who lives a block away. After a year and a half being in this hobby, he just tells me that he's a block away.
That's sick. That's sick. Cool. All right, guys. So let's have a quick look at the standings. I always like to keep an eye on that. So Eastern Conference, Sixers first, second Nets, third Bucks, fourth Pacers, and then Celtics, Raptors, Hornets, and Knicks at 8. 9 you have Bulls and Miami Heat at 10. My first impression is Raptors are doing well, man. Like they're back. They're back in the race.
500.
Yeah, that's it. 500. That's all you need. And tonight, let me have a look at the score. It's 52-61. They're losing.
That's
right
okay,
now, but it's not over yet.
A win against the Sixers or both can actually bump them pretty well up.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure. And especially like in terms of confidence, like you beat that first spot team, you kind of know that you can do it. But I still think the Raptors are like they need a big man that can score. And I don't remember who said that, but Cousins being available.
Or even
was
Drummond.
That you? I think it. Drummond would be like
cheaper.
What was
Cousins
that?
Cousins is way cheaper. So they could just like sign him at like a veteran minimum, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can get Drummond, of course, that's good. But either way, like
imagine he comes here and just becomes like an all-star player.
He could definitely.
He has the ability of doing.
He's aggressive. He doesn't back down. That's what we need is someone that's aggressive that doesn't back down.
Yeah, we need a tough guy in the middle. We don't have that.
Cash talk. Exactly.
We need someone who doesn't miss.
He can put it this way. I think he can guard Zion
from the basket.
I think he could guard Zion.
Who? Cousins?
Yeah, he's a beast, man. He's just as big. He's not bigger.
Yeah, but he's
taller and bigger.
He's not fast enough though. Like he's not fast enough.
Size-wise,
Zion's super fast.
I'm saying is what I don't think Zion will be able to bump him as easy as he thinks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
As he did Tristan Thompson.
Obviously, he's obviously tougher than Baines, I guess.
Yeah.
But
you know who I'm disappointed
yeah.
in the East is the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Bucks? Like, Giannis can only do so much, but I think the Bucks are a disappointment this year, especially now that they lost. I think it was 5 in a row because they lost to the Raptors back to back, and that was the first time
they lost by 20 to my Knicks.
That was the first time since the 2019 when the Raptors won and beat them. So I know Drew Holiday's injured. Maybe that's a factor, but they're, in my opinion, they're disappointing. Even at third, you know, now they could go from third to all the way to sixth in one game.
Yeah, for sure. I think that, well, two things happened with the Bucks. They weren't able to do what they wanted to do during the off season, which was getting Bogdanovich. So you kind of get a like an option B instead of Bogdanovich. That messes up kind of like your whole chemistry. I think
chemistry of the team.
He's injured. Like he got injured too, right?
Yeah.
He got injured, but like I mean, you were planning on trading some guys in order to get a star shooting guard. You end up not getting it because of some mess that happened before the deadline, and then not the deadline, but before they were allowed to do the trades.
But
and now it messes up your chemistry. That's pretty much it, I think.
Do you think Bogdanovich? Do you think Bogdanovich, though, like going to Atlanta, like he ended up coming off the bench with Atlanta, right? Until he got injured just now. So like,
no, he was starting. He was starting. Yeah,
I thought he was coming off the bench.
He was starting over Herter. It was Trey.
I thought Herter was starting over him. That's why.
No, it was Bogdanovich was starting, and Reddish and Herter, I think, were on the bench, and then now Herter is finally lighting it up.
Yeah, he's
minutes.
Yeah.
So, you know, when injuries kick in, it gives a lot of spotlight for players who come off the bench and have that hidden talent, right? So, like Vincenzo is now slowly starting to grow, and same with Herter.
Yep. Yep, that's true.
I'm impressed with the Knicks, for sure. Yeah,
I'm impressed too. But I'm never fully confident with the Knicks. Like you always,
it's true.
Something always happens. I feel like
lose by 30, win by 20.
Yeah, because like now there are talks of obviously like Knicks looking to trade for all of the big stars that are in the market right now. So rumors of getting Bradley Beal, of getting Oladipo, of getting Levine. So if they go with that route, obviously they're going to lose some young talent or picks or whatever, or even Randall, right? So I'm not. I will rest easy like when the deadline is passed, and like if they do if they stay put.
I didn't even know Ness commented on the thing, and Sonny. There we go. Added more people to the.
There you go.
There.
That's it. And then Western Conference, Utah Jazz first, Clippers second, Lakers third, Suns fourth, and then Blazers, Spurs, Nuggets, Warriors, Grizzlies at 9, and Dallas at 10.
Pelicans are just right there, but
Pelicans are right there. They won tonight.
What a comeback!
This afternoon, actually. Great comeback. Like they were losing by almost 20, I think.
It was actually recorded the greatest comeback in Pelicans history.
Yeah, they were down 22 with just under 5 minutes left.
Wow. No, they did well. Zion played well again. I think he had like 28 and 10, something like that.
Yeah, he played well.
So pretty good right there. They have a decent team. They have a decent coach. They just need to get their things together. But it's hard. It's hard in the West. I feel like the top 8 you have right now.
Yeah,
those are the ones that are gonna stay there. Like I don't see. Other maybe the Spurs can.
Yeah, that's my surprise. No, but that's a surprise that the Spurs are sitting 6th in the conference right now.
Yeah, 16 and 11. That's pretty good, man.
Right, and they're 9 and 3 on the road. Well. They are with injuries. So, and that's actually a surprise. And from what happened last year to what's going on this year to them, so I think the way they're playing, they might actually they might stay. I have them over Memphis in the playoffs.
Yeah, John T. Murray is really good. Kelly Johnson is having a great year. Lonnie
Derek
Walker,
White came back.
Marcus saw all the yeah. But no, I agree with you. It's sort of a surprise. That's why they're the only ones I would see kind of like fall off of that top 8 because I feel like they're kind of like overachieving right now.
Exactly.
But maybe I'm wrong. I would love to see like either the Grizzlies or the Mavs or the Pelicans make it.
It would be nice. That would.
It would be nice for sure.
More exciting.
Yeah, Steven, any surprises? Who's your pick, Steven, on the West? Like, who you think is gonna come out of the West for the NBA
I still think Dallas is gonna make it into the top 8. In my opinion.
Right.
I still think they're gonna come back and make it to the top 8. That's the only little sleeper I have. They're 10th. These guys said they were.
They have a hard schedule towards the end of the first half. They versed like the Celtics, Nets, and Sixers.
Yeah.
So they have a tougher schedule.
As long as Porzingis can stay healthy, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, he's an
X. He's been starting to play. He's been starting to play pretty well lately. So.
And they need Dwight Powell back soon if they're gonna make it work. They're missing a big defensive presence there.
Yeah, that's true.
And a couple of shooters, maybe.
Yeah, they'll make it.
The biggest mistake they did was get rid of Steph Curry, I think.
Yep.
Well, we mentioned that last week, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys still see the Lakers coming out of the West?
Yeah, I see it.
What do you think, Jenny?
I love LeBron, man. As you can see, I love LeBron. But man, do I love the way the Jazz are playing. Jazz remind me of the old Spurs, man.
Yeah.
Like they have the same team. They're not making a lot of changes. Jordan Clarkson is lethal as fuck coming off the bench, man. 6th man of the year. That's what I think is gonna happen. So their chemistry is amazing, and their weapons and Ingles and Mitchell Gobert, Bojanovic. Yeah, so I think depending on how, of course, the standings go, if they were to play right now, I think it would be Utah Lakers in the conference finals. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Right. So I think Utah might be able to pull it off. You know, I love LeBron, and I think the Lakers are gonna do it. But if I had to pick someone, it'd be Utah, even over the Clippers. I love Ibaka, but Utah's chemistry is too good.
Yeah, I think the Jazz are better than the Clippers, so I would definitely see Jazz and Lakers in the finals, in the Western Finals. I don't see them beating the Lakers though. Like the Lakers are better than last year, man. So yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see. Hopefully, me too. Like I like them a lot. Like it's always nice to see a team play. Like just like good team basketball. It's always great when you don't have to rely on the
bigs, man. That's why they got good bigs.
Lakers have the bigs, and with the Lakers, it's always a matter of like who's going to defend Davis when he comes back, because he's going to come back. Obviously, he doesn't have like a small injury. It's not really serious, but it isn't a small injury either. But once he comes back, like he's still like a lethal as hell. So it's always a matter of like who's going to defend him. I feel like Gobert. Obviously, he's like one of the best defenders in the league, but he isn't as mobile as Davis, and like he cannot guard Davis a full game. He's gonna fall out. Like there's no way. And then if you play Gobert on Davis plays outside a bit, and you don't have a rim protector anymore, right? So like LeBron can do whatever he wants around the rim. So Lakers are just a team that can take advantage of whatever flaw you have right now, with LeBron and Davis surrounded by a bunch of shooters. So that to me, I'm almost certain that the Lakers are going to come out of the West, unless something happens like if Davis or LeBron are injured for a long time. I don't think it happens. But if they both are playing, it's done. I don't see that not happening.
Yeah.
And let's go back to the East now. Who's going to be in the finals in the East? Chani, what do you think?
If the Sixers can stay healthy, because I think the Sixers can actually go to the conference finals if they can stay healthy with Simmons and Embiid, because those are the only two with the X factor. I don't see the Bucks and Pacers going. I love the Celtics playing the way they're playing this year, even though the record doesn't reflect on it. But the Celtics in the playoffs are a whole different game. I think
Yeah.
if the Celtics can stay healthy as well, but I think it's going to be Sixers and Nets if it goes according to the
Sixers and
standard,
Nets. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
If it doesn't, I think the Celtics and Nets might be able to be a really good matchup in the conference finals.
yeah. I have the Celtics too, just because, like you said, like it doesn't show in the standings, but once they get into the playoffs,
Mhm.
when you have like two guys like Braun and Tatum, it's just like really hard to stop. Because like if one of those guys is off one night, the other one can go off easily.
Exactly. He'll step in.
Any given night,
Marcus Smart
you have
comes
two guys
back.
that can. Well, that too. Like he's such an important piece to that team. And one thing that they're missing, same as the Raptors, pretty much, like they don't have a really solid big man right now.
No.
And what I've read recently is that they're shopping for a big man before the deadline. So if they can add a good piece down low in the post before the deadline, they can have like a really good team for the playoffs. So yeah, I have Nets and Celtics. You, Steven, what do you think for the East?
I agree with Channing. I like the Sixers and the Nets going to the finals.
Right.
To the conference finals, sorry. There's those three guys on New Jersey, on the Nets, sorry. I keep saying New Jersey. I'm just saying New Jersey.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony
Tony just arrived.
Thank you, Maureen.
Tony is
Maureen loves
excited.
Mo Bamba.
There we
That's
go.
good. That's good, Maureen. You're in it. We're gonna run the random right after the show. So
Yeah.
good luck. Fuck yeah, Tony is excited tonight.
I agree with Sonny.
Good to have you with us.
I agree with Sonny. Me and Sonny had a good convo about this, about Fred VanVleet and Marcus Smart, and especially with what Marcus Smart did last year to the Raptors. Marcus Smart's a game changer. And I think that's why he might be the X factor.
Yeah. What's injured? Like, is he back soon? Do you know?
He's back after the All-Star break. I was reading that on today because
that's good. Okay.
Cool. So he'll be back soon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. We have a question from Mr. Alvaro. Can Miami make another run?
No.
What do you guys think? Channing, you don't think so?
I'm disappointed in what's going on with them, from last year to this year. And I know they lost Crowder, which I think he was an actual good piece for the Miami Heat.
Defensively, yeah.
He can guard the perimeter. He can shoot threes. I know he's a little inconsistent at times, but he was a good piece for them. And I don't think they're going to be able to run it back this year. They might squeak into the playoffs, but it'll be a miracle if they pull it off.
Yeah,
they have the same problem that the Nuggets. I'm sorry, go ahead, Steven.
No, I was just gonna say the same thing. I like, even though Jimmy Butts and Bam have been playing solid games, and I think they both got triple doubles the other night and stuff like that. They're both playing, like, I think Jimmy has 3 in a row. 3 triple doubles in a row.
Triple doubles, yeah.
Yeah, 27, 10, and 10.
Yeah, so which is good, right? So like, I see them making the playoffs, but I don't see them going to like conference finals. Like, I can see them making the
definitely
playoffs.
Gonna be harder than last year, because like there's one thing that's happening.
The East is a lot harder now
this year.
Yeah, it stepped up. East has definitely stepped up.
I think
I feel like. Oh, you think? Well, with the Nets now, it's debatable, of course. But I feel like what's happening with the Heat is the same thing as the Nuggets, pretty much. Like you had a really solid run last year in the playoffs. And then this year, you're just like thinking in the back of your mind, oh well, it doesn't matter what happens during the season. I'm gonna be good in the playoffs. But that can play against you though, with just like the way you kind of play every single night. So I feel like they're not seeing the standings and their performance from the season being like really important for them this year. And they might be better during the playoffs, but it's going to be harder than last year, just because of the Nets again, and because of the Sixers playing so well. There's a bunch of teams that are playing better than them right now, and then they think that they can definitely be a threat to them during the playoffs. So there's that. So I don't see them making another run. I don't see them in the finals neither. unless they change a lot of things, obviously.
Yeah.
Sony's asking, Celtics need a stretch five, not TT that's space, I guess, clogging up the paint for Brown and Tatum. I agree with that. Obviously, they need someone who can space the floor, but it's not only like bringing Cousins. I don't think they need someone like, let's say, like Markkanen, who's only a shooter. They still need like a presence. Like same thing I was saying for the Raptors. You need someone that's a threat down low that can kind of like give more room to your guys outside. Give more space to operate for them. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think is the downfall for the Celtics. If the Celtics can get a big, they're the real deal. If the Raptors can get a big, they might actually be able to pull the top three and be a threat. And that's what the Celtics are lacking, because Tice is not it, right? Their three bigs are not. They're gonna help them down the road. I think if they're lucky enough to bring in Drummond, sure. You know, if they're able to pull off Cousins, I think that may help them better than Tristan Thompson. If they dump one or trade one, they'll be a threat if that happens. What's up, Gabriel?
What's up, Gabriel?
Yeah, what's up, Gabe?
Big shout out to Gabriel. Before we continue, big shout out to Gabriel for running his first stacks. That was a success. This guy was actually messaging me for a while, and he finally wanted to run it, and I actually went in, and he did pretty good.
Nice, man. Congrats, Cody.
Oh, congrats on that. But yeah, no, I feel like Drummond might be like a really, really solid guy that they would need to get for the Celtics again. But yeah, plenty of things are gonna happen. I feel like by the trade deadline, there's a bunch of teams that kind of like need some key assets. Yeah. So looking forward to see that. Tony is saying, only comment is, I'm upset LeBron is top of MVP standings, even though Jokic is better in points, assists, and rebounds, and big game, more points and rebounds too.
Thank you, Tony, for bringing that up.
It's a good point, Steven. Steven, what do you think about that? I think you agree with him, right?
I think Jokic should be first, of course. A center doing what he's doing, like what Tony said, leading the assists, points, rebounds. Like this, he's a center. Like he's 7 feet, man. Like he should be number one in the MVP race. He's top three in my. He's number one in mine, but he's top three definitely. He has to be top three. Jokic. LeBron is LeBron. He's still pulling the same numbers. He hasn't dipped that much, I think, to be honest. I really don't know. I haven't checked his numbers lately.
Yeah.
He hasn't dipped that much.
I still have LeBron. What do you think, Chenny?
I think I actually commented on one of Asmir's posts. His numbers are similar to his 2013 MVP year, and he's playing 2 or 3 minutes less this year.
Yeah.
Right? So his numbers are actually up there, and his team still, I believe, tied for second with the Clippers. His team does have injuries going on, with AD being out, Gasol isn't performing, Harrell isn't performing. They don't have another superstar other than AD and LeBron. So I can see why LeBron's number one. Jokic, I agree, amazing talent that he has. If Denver was top 3 or 4, he'd probably be number one. I guarantee you. Yeah. It's a lot with standings and politics and all that stuff.
Right.
Obviously.
Here's my take on it. Tony, I don't know if you watch a lot of Lakers games. I like to watch them whenever I can. And
they're fun.
If you get to watch some games, look carefully at what LeBron is doing. Like the guy is doing, like Channy mentioned, like fucking prime LeBron numbers, and he looks like he's playing 80%.
And he's 35, 36 now?
And he's like 35, 36. He isn't giving like the full fucking 100% effort.
Yeah.
You would see from like a younger LeBron. He's taking it easy. Like he's shooting more threes. He's just like contributing and like getting easy buckets. He isn't forcing anything. Like I feel like he's playing like 80% of what he is capable of doing.
I'm just looking at Tony's comment round. He says Davis does more. Actually, not this year. Davis' numbers have dropped drastically since last year. If you look at his numbers, they've actually dropped. So
And if he does, and if Davis does do more, LeBron's okay with that because he's easing off his body, as he's getting older,
Absolutely.
and he's saving himself for
That's
the
how he
playoffs.
sees it. Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's gonna go for that three-peat and then go for that scoring title because he hit 35K. So three-peat and beat Kareem in points would be a great way to end the career.
Can you imagine though? Like the guy, dude.
I just imagine
two years. 2 years from now, that can happen now. So 2 years from now, LeBron can beat Kareem's total. Get more points than Kareem. Possibly have three peats, so he would have like 6 championships. I don't think he gets to 6 though. I think he's gonna get to 5, but let's say he gets to 6.
He can retire with triple-double numbers.
Yeah, and that too.
Possibly.
Exactly.
Because he's got 9,000 rebounds, 9,000 assists.
Yeah, so imagine that. He'll be one of many to do that and watch his shit go off the roof once he
just has to average 25 points a game. I read this somewhere. If he averages 25 points a game in the next 2 years, by 2022-23, he's going to beat Thing's record for most points.
Gabriel is saying if he three-peats and breaks the scoring record, undeniable GOAT. I agree 100%.
I agree on that.
Absolutely.
People love Jordan, but
obviously
I still think he is. Right?
He's not. No, I still think MJ. I still think MJ is the greatest player of all time.
I can't give MJ that because the reason why I can't give MJ, like I watched MJ. Okay, I'm an older dude, guys. I'm 38. I'm the oldest probably on this channel. Okay,
you're 38.
I'm 38. Damn. I look like I'm 16. Damn. 38.
I didn't know you could live that long.
I watched Jordan my whole life. Well, I watched Jordan up from, I would say, from the 90s and up. Okay. Compared to the athleticism that there is today, compared to the NBA back then.
Gabriel, comment hashtag the Eurostep. Gabriel.
You can't compare, guys.
You're right. But like, so like in terms of like,
when it comes
there's like one thing that most people agree.
It has everything to do with the sport. That's one thing people got to realize. Athleticism has a lot to do with the sport. If these guys are the best of the best in 2021, okay? We're 2021. We're not 1994, 95. We're talking. We're talking about the best, man. Like these guys. I don't know. This is just my opinion. LeBron has been playing for 17 years. He's been
now.
18.
No,
thank you.
But when it's all said and done, I think LeBron gets it. Like it was undeniable. Yeah. Like Gabriel says, it's just like looking at the numbers. Like and obviously, I think the championship are going to come. So when it's all said and done, it's going to be an easy call. I think maybe not easy, but a realistic call to make.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You want to move on to the next subject? Maybe move on to the cards.
Sure. Let's do that.
So most of you probably noticed, especially those of you who have been buying when cards were super expensive during the off season or like right around where the bubbles were, when the playoffs were happening in the bubble. Prices have dropped like all across the board. Like most slabs or cards for any player other than LeBron and vintage and 90s cards, everything has dropped. So any Zion, Luka, John Morant, name it. Like any guy, their cards have dipped in price right now. That's kind of like a normal cycle though. Like that's because like usually like before a season starts, there's just so much hype going on about like who's gonna do what, who's gonna achieve what, and then the season starts, and obviously expectations were too high, so prices go back down a bit, and then people turn to vintage, which is like a more stable investment, right? More stable, more safe choice. And what's happening right now is that vintage is exploding. But going back to modern cards, though, there are a bunch of like really good opportunities right now, because like there are some guys that have been playing extremely well, that their prices have dipped, and this might be like a really good time for you guys to gain interest in those cards and start investing in those if you're looking to do that. So maybe Steven, you can pull up some graphs for us on Card Ladder. Let's start with Zion.
You want to start up with Zion? 1 second here.
Yeah, Zion and Chani, feel free to comment whenever you have something you want to say. So Zion is like since he started his career, his hype has gone up and down, right? It was always like, oh, he's the next LeBron, and then it's, oh shit, injury issues. Oh, maybe he's too fat. He's too slow. And then after, oh, he did something crazy. Oh, he's the next LeBron again. So it's always like up and down, up and down, up and down.
He's
but
a
now
great
that we
investment
really
right now.
got it,
There you guys go.
now he's a great investment.
Yeah.
So as you can see on the graph right there, by the way, again, this is card ladder. Guys will always mention them. They're I always want to say like
I agree
promoting
with
the
you,
show, but
Gabriel.
that's not the case. But yeah, so you can see that back in, when was that? Back in December, we had a peak for his cards at around
December 22nd. Sorry.
Yeah, so a bit over $1,000 US.
Yeah.
And now in end of February, we're at 600 US. So that's $400 US less than what it was at its peak.
Yeah.
So obviously prices have dipped a bit for Zion, but since the guy is playing extremely well, obviously it can be a good investment. I feel like if you have like that kind of money, and this again, obviously this is the prism-based PSC 10, so it's one of the most expensive cards he has. Other than everything that's high end and then the silver, but
it was the lowest. The lowest it was on the 11th of February at 552. It was sold.
Yeah. Wait till the All-Star game.
What I'm trying to say though,
then it'll go up.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and that's the next step. Like in this card price cycle, the next step is the All-Star game. And once you get to past the All-Star break, and then the race for the playoffs.
Yeah, what's up, Riley?
Closer and closer. That's when prices are going to go back up. So if you're looking to invest this kind of money, obviously Zion is a good pick for you. Next up, what do you have next up? Donovan Mitchell.
Oh yeah, he's going up.
Yeah, we can go for Embiid.
Okay,
let's do Embiid. All right, so Embiid, obviously. Oh wait, before we move on, Chani, you had something you want to say about Zion before we go to Embiid?
No, actually, with Zion, it's good to get him right now. He has been low in price, and he's only going to go up. You know, his field goal percentage. You know, his team is okay, but I think once he gets an All-Star nod, which he may, and once that's over, it's going to start going up, and then that's when your chances are going to go down. Second half of the season, everything's going to start going up.
I want to see him in the dunk contest as well, man. That would be crazy. Hopefully he makes it.
Maybe not because of his injuries.
All right, let's
get yeah. Obviously, he looks like he's way less explosive than he was in college, but I know that's something I would love to see. All right, moving on. Let's go to Joel Embiid. So Embiid, MVP potential season this year. He's averaging 30.5 points per game, 11 boards, and 3.2 assists with 1.3 blocks per game. And he's shooting 40% from three as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is crazy. But no, so Embiid obviously playing really well. His card has been going up though, his Prism PSA 10, only because it was kind of like low before the beginning of the season, because like I think no one expected him to be this good. But still, like, so you can see his PSA 10 went from 300 US at the beginning, and then now 3 months ago, and then now it's all the way up to 800.
812.
So obviously this is the
wow.
This is the Prism PC 10.
These are USD prices, guys. These are all USD prices, so everyone knows. So
yeah, but I feel like this is one of those base rookie cards that a lot of guys had just like remaining there, like in their collection, like not doing anything. So if you have that one, get it graded ASAP. If you get it, then you can get a really decent.
I had a chance to buy two of them last year, and I turned them down. I'm like, I don't like Joel Embiid. Fuck it. Had a chance.
Dude, same for me. Like the number of guys, like whenever I was like looking for rookies and stuff, I would see Joel Embiid. I'm like, nah, not happening. Like this guy injured or something. But yeah, so prove that's wrong. So yeah, really solid season for him this year. Let's move on to Donovan Mitchell.
You want to go
Donovan
to
Mitchell, we're gonna pull up his.
I have to go my collection for that one. Sorry.
Yeah. So optic base PSA 10. So that's one card that Steven mentioned.
I don't know how long ago.
Few weeks ago, actually. So.
Oh, this is the Prism. Sorry, Prism.
Yeah, it's Prism.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, 1 second, guys. Sorry, I went to the wrong one.
Giannis would be a pretty good price right now too, I think.
Yeah, we can look him up after. See that this has gone up like crazy, and the reason we're mentioning this one right now is because that's something that Steven was.
Why isn't it going for Prism? I don't understand. Sorry, guys.
Well, just leave it on the previous screen. It's fine.
No, because that's okay. I'll just type it in.
Okay.
There we go.
There it is. No, that's because you clicked on the name. Just go back one time.
I don't know why, but it still doesn't do that. I was doing that all the time.
And then go up a bit, and like the square, like right next to the X. You see it? No, down.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fixing it. There we go.
You're good now. All right. So yeah, the reason why we're discussing this card is because Steven told you guys like a while back, a few months ago, he was saying get as much base optic of Donovan Mitchell as you can, and see what's happening right now. I see his card is going up. Not too crazy still. It's like still something that isn't too expensive, but his base is like so cheap that's like definitely a good investment. Do you own any?
Since I bought it, it's gone up 120 US since I purchased it.
Yeah. Do you have any? You have your on 25, right, Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Jenny's got one. He's got a fire one.
I'm pull up.
We want to see that one.
I grabbed optic PSA 9 for Donovan Mitchell too right before. I think I got it for like 80 shipped. So I'm holding on to that. I have the BGS 9, so this is obviously the optic PSA 9, but this is the other one. So it's Rookie of the Year contenders, Orange Ice PSA 10, number 17 out of 25. This is a real deal. So
nice.
I'll wait till he goes off.
It's already going off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, I bought his Prism Mosaic BGS 9.5, but this is 2 gem.
Oh, nice.
Just like the look of the card, and it was like pretty cheap for it. So I got it a couple of months ago. So yeah, I'm holding on to this one. Pretty cool card.
Nice.
All right, and then maybe last one we can mention real quick is Bradley Beal. Like Bradley Beal has been insane this season. His prices are up a lot though. All right, so as you can see here, almost to 1,000 US for the base PSA 10.
There it is.
I actually had that card a few months ago, the raw one.
Yeah, I think I remember you posting it.
934 US.
Yeah, but like the guy that I bought it from, like he saw it to me and he had like surface issues, but like a couple of them, like a few like real solid scratches. So I decided I wouldn't get a grade, so I just like saw it, and I mentioned like it had surface scratches, so I just saw it for cheap. But still, I should have kept it maybe since prices are going crazy. But I'm kind of happy that his stuff is back up because like he finally kind of like gets the credit he deserves because that guy can ball. Like he's really really good.
Yeah, Beal can ball.
Yeah, he can
definitely.
Beal can ball. Where's my mouse? Oh, here it is.
I think Carmelo Anthony's gonna start going up soon. Just the way he's been playing, and he's gonna be cracking, I think, the top 10 for scoring all time soon.
Yeah, and he's plays for Portland, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Who do you say? Sorry, I missed your beginning of your sentence.
Carmelo Anthony. I think he's gonna slowly start.
Oh, Carmelo, yeah.
He's gonna start going up because I don't think he's gonna retire if he has a chance. I think he's gonna try to play with Lakers next year and try to team up with LeBron, and he's gonna be top 10 scoring by next year.
So let's play a game, guys. Who's your sleeper? Like who's your sleeper card right now? Like one card that's like completely underrated right now, or like one player that's completely underrated.
I'm gonna agree with Tony.
Tony?
Sabonis. Yeah. Sabonis is unreal. He's underrated, and he's been putting the Pacers on his back. And I think the Pacers are in 4th right now. And that's actually part of my bold prediction. I think the Pacers next year are going to be one of the teams to beat. I think they'll be as good as Boston and Sixers. They got TJ Warren coming back. They got Karis LeVert coming back. You got Turner, Brogdon.
Yeah.
And they're developing. They're becoming much better. I think Sabonis is my sleeper on cards. I agree with Tony.
That's definitely a good pick. How about you, Steven? Who's your sleeper?
Man, I had a lot of sleepers starting from the beginning of the season. I was saying, well, like I said last week, a couple weeks ago, I've been looking for LeBrons, right? So I purchased a LeBron myself, and I still think his cards are still low. Even though they're worth thousands, I still think they're low.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one sleeper I have. I think if you have the money, purchase LeBron. If not, I think KD, anything KD.
But LeBron has a few different, he has a number of different rookie cards actually.
Yes.
You have like this full upper deck set. There's a couple actually of upper deck sets that were made when he arrived.
This is the one I got. I got the Pops.
Yeah.
This is the 8. This is PSA 8.5. Okay.
That's a good one to have for sure.
I got that one. It's gone up already since I purchased it, so I'm not complaining. But
for sure.
The thing is, like that I'm not selling. I was looking for another one. I couldn't find another one, but hey, what can you do?
I would love to get my hands on a LeBron rookie, man. That's what I'm waiting to get.
I was gonna get my hands on a 9.5 the pristine rookie.
Yep.
I was gonna get my hands on a 9.5 that for trade, but the guy didn't end up wanting to trade it, so I lost my hands on that. But I have another good card coming in for. Hopefully, I'm gonna get it for the next week's episode. I made a trade with Josh, so I'm gonna be getting it sometime next week. So we're gonna be meeting up.
Nice. Gabriel is saying Malcolm Brogdon. I agree. Brogdon as well. We mentioned it a couple of times on the show. He's such a useful player to have on a team. Like he's having like a solid year and solid numbers. Like since he left the Bucks, like he's been playing extremely well.
Yeah,
that's like the biggest loss that happened over the past few years. But no, like a sleeper for me would be he's injured right now, but CJ McCollum, like he's been having a solid year as well, like right before his injury. But he's gonna come back eventually. Like I don't know if there's like a time for his return yet, but
2 weeks, I believe.
He's also after the All-Star. Yeah, probably after the All-Star. I feel like maybe like a month-ish would be like the most reasonable timing. But still, if he comes back in a month, and then Portland are playing extremely well, like you mentioned, Chani, and like he goes back to what he was doing before the injury, that guy could have been. Well, obviously, it was an All-Star to me. Like before the injury happened, he was playing like an All-Star.
Yeah, I think he would have squeaked in.
Yeah.
I think so too. Maybe not the starting 5, but like he would have made it for sure. But yeah, if the Blazers can get him back 100%, they are a real threat, and I feel like he's going to be like a really impactful player. So I actually just bought a select rookie of his right before he got injured. Prices have gone down a bit after that, obviously because of the injury, but it's still like pretty affordable and pretty decent in price. So both his Prism and select are good investments.
RJ Barrett's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett is cheap because he's playing good. He's like 25% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you look at his, sometimes he is, sometimes here's the thing with Barrett. So like sometimes he's okay, like between okay and good.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the time he's just complete trash. Like some games.
Yeah, I know he's inconsistent.
Useless. Yeah. I still have faith in him though. Like I still like Barrett a lot. Like
I know Gabe. I know Gabe likes Ayton. I know he does. Me and Gabe made a trade.
What did you say?
Gabe, he said Ayton for him is one of his under sleepers.
Underdogs.
Oh, Ayton,
yeah, he's one too.
Pulling up doubles quite. Yeah, he is. He is pulling up doubles quite right.
Yeah, but anyone on that. Yeah. But anyone on that Suns team too would be kind of well, not an underrated pick, but like a sleeper. Because like Booker, his stuff isn't crazy expensive. Aiden isn't either.
Bridges,
Aiden is pretty cheap
Johnson.
actually.
Well,
Bridges
actually,
is pretty cheap.
Aiden's
Bridges can
actually,
play well.
Aiden's have gone up actually. I'm not gonna lie, because
Okay.
I had his Prism Silver BGS 95. I just did it I got rid of it in a trade. It was around 400 US.
Same as
But
Zach
that's a
Levine.
silver.
Zach Levine's fired.
Pretty good.
Tony's asking
Yeah.
about KPJ. Is he coming back into the G League?
He's been
I hope
ripping
so.
it up
He's
in
like-
the G League.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's averaging like 25 points per game, I think, in the G League, something like that.
I think they're gonna
Wait,
keep
let me
him
pull
there
that
for a
up.
little bit and let him play a couple more games and get him into the funk of playing again, mentally help him and be
Yeah.
stable, and then be able to make that jump into the NBA. Because if he does make that jump, I believe for the Rockets, they'll be deadly. Trade away Depot. I still think they can be a good team. Not this year, but
Yeah.
you know, he's killing it down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it here. So he's averaging 22.8 points per game, shooting 42% from the field and 29, let's say 30% from the three. So no, yeah, he's playing really. He's averaging 7 assists as well. But again, like doing numbers in the G League is one thing, and then doing them in the NBA is another thing too.
Yeah.
But it's just good to see. It's just good
He's
to
still a
see
good
him
player.
balling.
Yeah,
He's
Lucas
in really, really
Dominguez is
good.
putting up numbers in the G League too, and he knows where he is now, back in the G League.
Yeah, and Brzezinski too. Ignaz Brzezinski is playing well too in the G League. He's averaging like 22 points per game, which is pretty good. But no, I'm always like keeping an eye on the G League as well, because like those guys are the ones like they're always like the next up. If something happens to
Yep.
team in the NBA, they can come back up and have like a really solid impact. Gabriel says Kevin Porter Jr. is a risky investment. Well, yeah, he's a risky investment, but he's the, like, when you look at all of the risky investments you can make right now, he's the one with the most upside, I think.
Yep.
So if you can get his stuff for cheap, might as well, because like the upside is just so good.
Yeah.
I actually just bought one of his Spectra number 299 rookie. What's it called? I'm not really familiar.
Same with Jaylen Brown.
with
If you can get Jaylen Brown cheap, get it as soon as possible, because he's going to be going up.
Yeah, he's saying this.
Oh yeah, he's cheap now. Anyone that's in the G League is cheap.
Yeah. What else we have here? Discipline issues. Yeah, pretty much. That's what's happening with Kevin Porter Jr. But like we mentioned last week, Shani, when he goes back when he goes to Houston to play with John Wall and Cousins, those guys are going to keep him in line.
Cousins is gone now, but
yeah.
Well, he's not gone yet, but like when he's going to be gone at some point. But I'm just saying, like when you go back playing with those two guys, you're just like, oh shit, I'm gonna, get my shit together. Right?
Yeah.
He has a good surrounding in Houston, and I think that's why the future is bright with Houston. They have a lot to play with, whether they want to tank or continue, because John Wall is getting much better from his injury, which I think he might actually get comeback player of the year. But I don't know, with Curry, with the way he's playing, Durant. That's why this year's NBA is so exciting to watch, because so many players coming back from injuries, team changes, conferences are much tougher this year, right? So like next year, Clay is back. Are the Warriors better next year with Clay? What do they do with Oubre? A lot of things to discuss coming towards this deadline as well.
For sure. Yeah. Gabe is saying also, like SGA, not sure if he is a sleeper. It seems like everyone knows about him, but I love his play.
Yep.
SGA is always a guy to keep an eye on. Unfortunately, the Thunder are just like bad this year. This is just a transition year for them.
2 years, 3 years, and, at least 3 years.
Yeah. But there's a bunch of guys on that team that
Dort
can gain some traction. Yeah, Dort obviously, but Darius Bazley, like he's a really good player.
He's a really good player, man. I like that kid.
Yeah.
You know who's one of my sleepers? Actually, sorry guys, I forgot to mention it. Sorry, Naz Reid from Minnesota.
He played like garbage against the Raps.
What are you talking about? The guy gets like 3 blocks a game almost.
his size is great. Like that guy is fucking tall, and his
Yeah.
wingspan is like long, or pretty big. I'll
Yeah,
give him that, but he played poop against the
he's
Raps.
been playing good on my fantasy team, bro. I'm going 3 weeks in a row.
True.
Champion, TSN
Fair.
tournament.
Guys, just quick heads up. Raps are leading 102-94
Nice.
against the Sixers.
5 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Yeah, Van Lee has 23 points and 9 assists.
And the Hawks are shitting on the Nuggets.
There you go. Okay, let me just have like Siaka.
Do you want to talk
What do you guys want to talk? Yeah, I was gonna say before that. What do you guys think about Trae Young this year, despite his team?
I think he's fire.
Right.
Yeah, I love Trae Young, man.
I think his cards are too low for what he's been doing. But what can he do?
Trae Young kind of like never got the respect he deserved, and like even this year, I feel like some people were trying to say, "Oh, he's trying to be like Steph Curry, but he isn't as good as him," and he's trying to be like James Harden, but he isn't as good as him. Like no one's kind of like letting him be Trae Young, pretty much. Like
yeah,
the
exactly.
guy he is.
And he's playing great, and I think he's got 25 points and 13 assists already, and I think there's still a whole quarter to go. So
he reminds me of Iverson, man.
Yeah, he's shifty. Trae Young doesn't back down. He's not soft. He'll keep his mouth open.
No.
He'll trash talk.
Yeah.
So
that's why he kind of reminds me of Iverson a little bit.
He's a tough kid.
And like one reason I think that he's always going to be like a good investment is that what the Hawks did this off season prove that they want to surround him with a good team right away in order to be successful in the playoffs. They didn't want to wait. They didn't take it easy. They were just like, okay, let's do some trades. Let's sign some big guys. Let's surround this kid with as much talent as we can in order to make this happen as soon as possible. So if it isn't this year, it might be next year. And with Hunter playing extremely well as well, and with Cam Reddish being better and better every game, and Capella as well, like being just a monster down low, they have a really solid team. They just didn't figure everything quite yet this year, but like next year, the one after, they're going to be like one of the best teams in the East for sure.
Yeah.
I think another guy that's a sleeper. Sorry, Jamal Murray, who knocked on 50 points with 0 free throws and 21 from 25 from the field. Deadly. I know he's not doing great, but they have a bright future with the Nuggets too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my question with him is always, how can a guy like on one night drop 50 points and then go back the next game and do like 14?
Exactly.
It's insane. That's something that happens with him. Yeah. But no, yeah, obviously he's a sleeper. He is very promising, and he's Canadian. So yeah. The same top. Okay, Tony's saying top 3 cheap rookies to buy now. Top 3 cheap rookies. Who wants to go first, guys?
I think Michael Porter Jr. is pretty cheap.
Michael Porter Jr. is cheap.
MPJ, I think, is pretty cheap. That's one I can name off the top.
RJ Barrett will be there.
Yeah, you guys name some too. That's just one I can name off the top of my head.
Who you have, Chenny?
He's not really a rookie, but Kobe White was my selection. I know he's from last year's, but I think he's pretty cheap right now. I've been looking up his slabs and raw cards.
Yeah.
They're even PSA 9. Some of them are like less than $50.
Yeah.
And he's performing. He's better now. Wendell Carter Jr. is back. The team is kind of getting up there. So I think if the Bulls get on a streak or once hit the playoffs, their cards will jump right away.
Yeah.
So Kobe White, I would invest in Kobe White now before it goes up. Wendell before it goes up. The Hawks are great one with Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter, because they've been playing well minus injury.
Absolutely. No, I on my end, I'm always like looking at who's the cheapest with the most potential. And like I mentioned, I always keep an eye on the G League. So recently, I've been looking into Kevin Porter Jr. and Brazdeikis, just because it's just extremely cheap. So like the upside is just extremely high for those guys. I don't think that Brazdeikis is going to be a star though. I think he can become a decent player though. I think Porter Jr. becomes a star eventually. And then another guy I've been investing in recently is Baisley from OKC. We mentioned a bit prior to this. Again, a guy that's like pretty cheap right now, not really in the spotlight. I'm always looking who's not in the spotlight, because like before his injury, let's say like Hunter was like really in the spotlight. He was playing extremely well. But if you're investing in someone when prices are already high, you miss the train, right? Yeah, I want to be kind of like ahead of that. I'm trying to look at what's happening outside of that spotlight. So those guys I'm looking into right now. Okay, so let me just have a quick look at the comments before we move on. And by the way, while I'm looking at the comments, guys, if anyone joined recently, don't forget you can comment #TheEuroStep in order to possibly win this week's giveaway, which is a PSA 9 Mo Bamba optic hollow slab right here. The Hawks have so much talent. Yeah, Trey should be the starter instead of Kyrie and the All-Star. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's fair. Yeah, I wouldn't agree 100%, but it's fair. Like it's possible. I guess.
I just love their talent with Capella and John Collins, man. That's just a great combo.
Yeah.
Capella is a beast, especially coming off an injury and being traded. I think they're on the rise as one of the younger teams. They're on the rise.
For sure. DeAndre Hunter is cheap. He was balling before the injury. I haven't looked at his stuff recently. I know he was pretty high when he was balling before the injury. Maybe his price have gone down. If they did, you're right. It's a good time to buy him. Kobe White is my guy. Danny owes me a slab. Tony, you owe a slab apparently.
Tony, be more active, man. Then we'll talk.
There you go. All right, guys. So let's move on. Maybe,
talk.
Closing topic to today's show. Oh, sorry. So let's maybe discuss vintage. That's a point we wanted to touch last week, but we wanted to have Steven with us because Steven is always fun to have those discussions because and as well like you like we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but like you sold you were trying to sell some of your Luka Doncic cards and your modern cards in order to buy some LeBrons and Jordans. So first off, and Steven is always messaging me, like he's sending me like links. He's like, hey, is Tony Kukoc a good investment? Or like just before the show, he was like, is Robert Horry a good investment? It's like, well, he has 7 rings. Like,
Robert Horry's clutch.
Well, like 7 rings, right? So I'm just thinking what other people might be thinking. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to do. But anyway,
that's fair.
But like you gotta be ahead.
Yeah, but like
when it comes to this game, when it comes to sports card investing right now, you gotta be ahead, right? You gotta be ahead of the trends, right? That's just how it is right now. All the money has shifted to vintage now. That's why all of these like Lukas, Zions, we can name a few of them, have dropped in price because everyone's gone to Jordans, LeBrons, D Wades.
So.
So
for the guys that are watching, Steven, then when do you think modern is going to come back up? Because everything's in vintage right now. And I see that people have been struggling or it's hard to sell some modern or the price has dipped so much. It's like, no, I'm not going to sell that slab for $40-$50 than what you think it's going to be.
Well, I think so like with this All-Star game selection, this kind of bumped up a little bit of some of the cards prices right now recently. But once the playoffs come, that's when all these cards will be going up again. So I would be investing into Lukas. I would be investing into Zions. Like Luka to me, these are guys who are going to be making the playoffs, right? Donovan Mitchell for sure I'd be investing in. Joel Embiid. anyone who's going to be making the playoffs, that's when all these modern cards will start going to go up.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it's pretty simple. So
it's a regular shift. This is just common sense, I think, of speaking that everyone should be seeing, right? Like I said, like what happens is reason why everything with this shift. This is just my opinion. A lot of these hedge fund companies came into this market now. A lot of big money came into the sports card industry. And when a lot of big money comes into it, they want to go for the best buy. And the best buy is always something that's in this industry, in the sports card market industry, is something that is accomplished. For instance, like Jordan's accomplished. He's retired. He's never going to come back and play. He's won 6 championships.
Even LeBron is accomplished already.
LeBron's pretty much accomplished. Messi, Ronaldo, Pele. I'm just going with soccer now. Messi's have taken off late.
Hall of Fame that's kicking in.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
Kobe, Nash, Iverson, Duncan.
Yeah, like these are guys who have accomplished what Luka and Zion have not. So why are Luka and Zion's cards going to be worth more than, let's say, a Duncan card, like a Tim Duncan card? I'm just giving you that as an example, right? So that's what's happening. And also what's happening is there's this company called collectible.com where you can purchase. You can't purchase here in Canada yet. You can only purchase within the United States, from what I know. It's pretty much an app where you can buy shares of these Jordan PSA 10s, the Mickey Mantle, and stuff like that. I know when it started, the Jordan PSA 10 was at $10 US a share. Now it's at $60 US a share. So you made your money just on that. But yeah, like when it comes to vintage now, I think what's coming to now is money is still in vintage. But what's happening is people are looking at the rarity of the cards as well now. A lot more rarity of the cards is key, right? So, like, of course, if you're going to get a refractor that's more rare,
low pop.
Yeah, low pop numbered or anything like that, right? Those are just like rare. Like, there's one Kobe card that I find that is rare. And it's not even in a basketball set. It's in the 2014 World Cup Prism Box Soccer.
I heard about that.
It's his autograph. It's his autograph. It's an autograph card.
You can have it.
I'm not too sure how many of his cards are in that set, but it's one of those cards. It's a rare card to have. I would love to own one of those cards of his, especially because he was a soccer fan himself, right? But that's when it comes to vintage. That's all I pretty much got. I don't know if you guys have anything, but
so do you think after the All-Star break is over and they've selected that Modern may go back up before the playoffs? Because now All-Stars and the second half of the schedule hasn't even been released yet. So that's why I went with a couple of vintage cards, and that's why I dug out that Topps gang. Yeah. And I was ready to sell raw, and then I was like, wait a minute, if I can get this slabbed, it'd be great to have it slabbed back in 3-4 months.
When it comes to raw cards, right now it doesn't matter what kind of grade they come back. If they come back a 7, 8, I still find that a good grade because vintage cards were harder to grade, right? Like I said, my LeBron I brought is an 8.5. I'm happy. Yeah. Like okay, I can't afford a 10, but like an 8.5 I was happy with, right? Even with an 8, I was happy with. I'm not gonna lie, I was happy with an 8. But because even as an 8, these guys are gonna go up. That's one thing people gotta look at is don't always look for a 10. Like if you can find a Messi like a BGS 1 or like these big guys with the lower grades, it's still good. The value will still go up.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, that's fair.
It sounds funny, but it's true. Like you can buy a PSA 5 or a BGS 5. If it's a LeBron BGS 5, his card's still going to go up.
But that's only true. So here's my take on that. That's only true with
at least it's
guys
flat.
like MJ and LeBron.
No, it's true on everyone right now.
Buying PSA 5s or 6s. You do that with MJ, with Gretzky, with
No.
LeBron.
I'm going to give you an example. Can I give you an example before you continue?
Sure.
There was I saw this card. I saw this clip. It was actually this guy made a really good example of it. I saw it somewhere. I can't remember where. It was a PSA 5 David Beckham rookie card. Okay.
Right. The Beckham. What I'm saying is that right now, like every vintage and 90s card is getting some traction.
Yes.
Whoever the player is right now. Yes. That's something that's not sustainable to me. So what's going to happen is that LeBron is going to keep going up. MJ is gonna keep going up, but no one fucking cares about David Robinson. Like well, of course he's one of the GOATs. Like he's not one of the GOATs. Like he's one of the greats, right? He's one of the greatest
Charles Barkley
centers in the league. Charles Barkley as well.
Carmelo Stockton. Shaq.
But all those guys are
getting a little bit of love.
They're all getting
going.
I just think that those guys like those cards are gonna plateau at some point. So those like at some point they're not gonna keep going back up. Like no one's gonna pay like in $10,000 for guys that aren't MJ or LeBron to me, right? There's kind of like limit to that. They can go still up like after this year possibly, but I don't think the growth is going to be as drastic as it was over the past.
Dwayne Wade's been going off.
I think it all depends. Oh, guys, by the way, Wade, you can buy the Dwayne Wade hoops, BGS 9.5 rookie right now for like under $400 if Canadian. If you're interested.
I'm just saying because like you mentioned Horry, like Robert Horry recently, right? He had 7 rings.
Yeah,
7 rings.
He's like he's a guy who had a successful career, but he isn't a superstar. Like he isn't on the same caliber to me at least as LeBron, MJ, or Dwayne Wade, or Allen Iverson, or so.
That wasn't his role. He wasn't that type of player.
No, it wasn't. But to me, as a collector / investor as well, when I look at that, and I'm thinking who has the most like potential of growth, I don't think it's Horry. Like even though his prices go up like twice as much as they are right now.
Yeah.
Luka has more potential. LeBron has more potential now.
Anyone like Gabriel said. Gabriel mentioned. I was going to say just after you finish, but Gabriel said any team that's going potential, those are the rookies you should be playing. Gabriel, good point, man. I was going to say the exact same thing. You took the
that's right. Get that now. Get those LaMelos, because if you don't get those LaMelo balls now and they make the playoffs, good luck. And
get Devontae Graham, Tony. Get Devontae Graham, because when he comes back from injury, they're going to be in the playoffs.
Someone mentioned Prism. Steven, do you know when Prism is released? I think it was supposed to be March 3rd, but it was pushed back.
March 9th?
Okay, March 9th.
I could be wrong, guys.
Yeah, so that's the LaMelo you're looking to buy. So when Steven posts that Prism 2020 break,
if I get it, guys, sorry.
get in on that. Oh, you need to get that.
Gabriel needs to buy my Donovan Mitchell, man. Gabriel, we'll talk. Don't worry. Gabriel's always looking for Mitchell.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mitchell's a good investment. Yeah.
Gabriel is saying Moore is gonna go crazy soon. Yeah, like you said, during the playoffs.
There's just like right now, what market is actually taking off is when it comes to sports cards, is the soccer market has been exploding even more than basketball. So you guys got to understand one thing when it comes to sports cards and basketball cards, just sports cards in general. When people collect, they just don't collect one sport. Like I collect soccer myself. I still dabble a little bit in soccer, right? But people still collect the multiple sports. So when you see the money shifting also away from vintage, from modern cards, that doesn't mean they're shifting away just basketball. These guys are going into other sports as well. They're going into Marvel now. Yeah. They're going into Pokemon. They're going into hockey. They're going into whatever sports are out there to collect.
Hockey's been going up.
But everyone is looking for the next big thing.
Serena Williams, Novak Djokovic just won his 18th Grand Slam yesterday. People, get him. Get Novak.
Yeah. Get Federer and Nadal. Everybody needs to get Federer and Nadal because they're going to be.
But they're at 20 Grand Slams tied. Novak has 2 more to beat them or to tie them. Watch, he's gonna beat them.
Yeah, but I'm just like I'm a type of guy that like I'm sticking to what I know, like, and what I know is basketball. Like I'm sticking to basketball. Whatever happens to other sports, like one of my friends was sending me links of fucking UFC, not UFC, but WWE. Home cards. I'm like, I don't have any.
Guys, Undertaker rookie cards. Undertaker rookie cards. You can see it. There's 4 of them. Okay, 4 of them. Undertaker rookie cards. This is the main one.
The best WrestleMania streak of all time.
This is out of the 4 cards out of this set. This is the main one you want. Okay, because it's him by himself.
I'm not going to get the Rock and Stone Cold.
Or Bret the Hitman Hart,
Yeah,
maybe.
the Rock. Yeah.
Because there's a reason why in Germany there's big collectors in Germany that from what I've been told.
All right, guys.
I think that's it.
I think that's pretty much it for today.
I think the Raptors are up by 7. 30 seconds.
Is it over? No, it's not over yet.
30 seconds.
I don't have it up. I don't know.
30 seconds. Oh, we have it. There you go. That's what we needed, though. This is a good one for
maybe we should put the game up maybe we should put the game up like in the corner somewhere. While we're live.
I probably could, but it's almost over. Next time we're gonna do it.
Go down, just have
yeah,
it up there.
Straight up.
If anyone that's still watching hasn't commented yet, please do so. Hashtag the Eurostep for a chance to win.
Don't forget.
Again, PC9 Optic Hollow Mo Bamba.
Actually,
rookie card.
One comment. Actually, I got one thing for you guys. What do you guys think about Bembry from the Raptors? You know, he went from being a nobody to given a chance here. What do you guys think about Bembry?
Yeah, I kind of liked him in Atlanta. Like he was one of those. He reminded me a bit of Marcus Smart. Like he's one of those guys who's like just scrappy, like plays defense well, can take on pretty much anybody, and like can shoot some threes from time to time. No, he's a good dude to have. Like you want to have guys like that on your team. He's not a superstar, obviously, but he's good.
And how do you guys feel about the Raptors small ball? They've been playing small ball. They've been doing like Houston type of thing and bringing Baines and Boucher off the bench.
Well, they because they suck. Like they can't do anything else. You can't have Baines on the floor for like 40 minutes, so you have to do something else. They don't even. I'm sure they don't even call it small ball because they don't care. It's just like, hey, we have to do this, guys. Sorry.
But honestly, I see it as an effective way. It's like working. It worked against the Bucks, you know, and back-to-back games. And I don't know what they did with the Sixers, but if this is something that's gonna work, Houston tried it. It almost worked, you know. And I know they don't have money to play with, and they have a lot of questions.
No, but we have. Yeah, but Raptors have like one of the most intelligent coaches in the NBA. Like Nick Nurse is way ahead of most coaches in the NBA right now, and we have like some really intelligent playmakers as well with Laurie and Van Vliet. You can play pretty much any style of ball with those guys, I think, and with a coach like Nick Nurse. So even if we had Sabonis and Drummond down low, it would be totally different, but would still work. I just, like I mentioned a few times on this show, like I completely trust the Raptors and Nick Nurse. Whatever they're doing, I trust them. Like whatever, give them any player you want, they're gonna do something good with them. Absolutely sure. Yeah. So if that's what's working, small ball right now, go for it.
Yeah.
Might as well, you know. All right, guys. Like I said, if anyone hasn't commented yet, hashtag the Eurostep.
Last chat.
You can still do it
before we wrap it up.
Right now, we're gonna run
Bamba, Hollow,
right
PSA 9.
There you go. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. This was our first official show with the new team, the Rockefeller Triangle.
Bang.
Dynasty.
Dynasty. There you go. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Chani. Thank you.
No problem. We'll be running the Raz either tonight. If not, I'll probably run it tomorrow. If not, well, okay, fine. We'll do it. We'll do it after the show.
Yeah, just message. You guys know what to do. Just message Noel or Will.
I'll do it. It's fine.
Okay, got it. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Right,
That's why, Tony. That's why.